Hello everyone! Annyeong chinguya! My name is Vien and welcome to my vlog. For today's video, what I'm gonna share to you is how to fill out the arrival card here in Australia. So for those international students traveling to Australia, you will encounter a card like this. So I'm gonna show you how it looks like. So I asked for a copy of this from the airline. And before you leave the plane, you have to fill out this arrival card, and this will be used by the immigration officer to check your details and also your passport and your visa. So what are the things that you have to input to this arrival card? So first is your family name or your surname. The next is the given name or your first name. After that is your passport number. Next is the flight number. You could see that to your boarding pass or any travel itinerary that you have. Next is the intended address in Australia. So if you already book your accommodation or you already know where you're renting, then you can input the address here. You'll just input the house number, street number, suburb, and also the state. If you know the zip code, you can include that too. Next question is, do you intend to live in Australia in the next 12 months? So most of the international students are studying for more than 12 months, so tick the yes checkbox. And next question is, if you are not an Australian citizen, you'll have to answer all the questions. So I think there are only two. Do you have tuberculosis? So choose the appropriate answer. And then the next question is, do you have any criminal convictions? Also choose the appropriate answer. So for these, just choose no. And then after that, answer all the declaration. These are the important questions that you have to honestly answer, because you might get a fine if you don't declare, especially for us Filipino. We have to declare all the meat products that we are bringing here in Australia, especially the Nor pork cubes, chicken cubes, sinigang mix, or any other canned goods. They are allowed, but you have to just declare them. If not, you will be fined for, I think that's around $2,000. I am not sure. So you can just search it. You can just answer yes or no. And if you are not sure, if you need to declare something, just tick the yes box to be safe. So it's better safe than sorry. So first question is, are you bringing into Australia goods that may be prohibited or subject to restrictions such as medicines, steroids, illegal pornography, firearms, weapons, or illicit drugs? Second question, more than 2,200 ml of alcoholic beverages or 25 grams of tobacco products? Third question, goods obtained overseas or purchased duty and or tax-free in Australia with a combined total price of more than 900 Australian dollars, including gifts. Fourth question is goods, samples for business or commercial use. Fifth question, are you bringing 10,000 Australian dollars or more in Australia or foreign currency equivalent? There's also a note here. If a custom or police officer asks, you must report traveler checks, money order, or other bearer negotiable instrument of any amount. So for the next 5 questions, these are questions for the food that you're gonna bring in Australia. Again, you could bring it, but it's subject to inspection. The immigration officers will check, especially the biosecurity officer, if you could take it out of the airport. So let's continue. So 6th question is, are you bringing to Australia meat, poultry, fish, seafood, eggs, dairy, fruit, vegetables? 7th question is grains, seeds, bulbs, straw, nuts, plants, parts of plants, traditional medicines or herbs, wooden articles. Next question is animals, parts of animals, animal products including equipment, pet food, eggs, biologicals, specimens, birds, fish, insects, shells, bee products. Next question is soils, item with soils attached or used in freshwater areas. Examples are sports and recreational equipments or shoes. Next question is, have you been in contact with farms, farm animals, wilderness areas or freshwater streams, lakes, etc. in the past 30 days? And the last question is, were you in Africa, South or Central America, or the Caribbean in the last 6 days? So for all those questions, just choose whether it's a yes or no. So don't be afraid to answer yes if you are not sure. And you just have to fall in line for the immigration check to check if you could take it out of the airport. If not, you can just leave it at the airport and they'll be the one to dispose it. So for my experience, I brought sinigang mix and also chicken nor cubes. As for the pork, I have to leave it there because I think they're afraid of the foot and mouth disease. So that's it. And then once you're done, you have to sign this arrival card here, your signature, and then write down the day, month, and year. And on the other side of the arrival card is your contact details in Australia. So just input your phone. I think you can input your Philippine phone number because international students don't have their own Australian mobile number yet. After that is the email address or your address in Australia. After that, you have to also answer the questions, in which country did you board this flight or ship? So you could either say Philippines or Singapore, especially if you have layover in Singapore. Next question is, what is your usual occupation? For this one, you can just choose student. And after that, input the nationality as shown on your passport. So for us, just input Philippines or Filipino. Then after that, use your date of birth, input the birthday, and then birth month and also the birth year. Once done, you have to fill out the other details here. It's your emergency contact details in Australia. It can either be your friend or your family members. So just input the name, their email, phone, or mail address. And then after that, this one. So for the next one, just tick whichever is applicable to you. So it's either A, B, or C. For A, it's migrating permanently to Australia. B is visitor or temporary entrant. C is resident returning to Australia. So for us, international student, just choose the letter B, visitor or temporary entrant, because we are temporary entrant here in Australia through a student visa. After that, you have to answer your intended length of stay in Australia, whether it be a year, 2 years, or 3 years. It depends on your certificate of enrollment or your visa grant. Then next one is your country of residence. So just write down Philippines. After that, you have to answer your main reason for travel in this part. So for us students, choose number 5, which is education. So once you exit the aircraft, all the documents that you might need should be ready, such as your passport, this arrival card, your certificate of enrollment, and also your visa grant. Sometimes they ask for other supporting documents, so you must also be prepared. And it's helpful if your documents are organized, so it's gonna be easy for you to locate all the documents that you might need. So I recommend to have this. It's a filing folder. So this is where I put my visa grant, COE, and other documents related to my student visa. If you don't have this kind of thing, you can also have this. Just have it organized before your flight. And that's it. That's how you fill out the arrival card. I hope this video is helpful. If you have any other question, just comment them down below and I'll try to answer them all. Please also like and share this to your family and friends, especially those who are incoming international students here in Australia or other visa grant holder going to Australia. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to be notified for other visa application tutorial or other videos related to international student here. Have a nice day everyone. Annyeong 친구야. Bye bye.